So, in this muscle fiber components chapter, I struggled with the structures and the functions of like the cells and like the actual muscle fiber. So, I'm just gonna kind of go over this chart and yeah. So, muscle fiber is a singular muscle cell, and its functions are for like metabolic activities and like contraction. So obviously, it's just the muscle. It does the action of the muscle. And the sarcolemma, sorry, hold on. The sarcolemma is the plasma membrane of the muscle fiber, and it surrounds the muscle fiber and regulates the entry and exit of materials. So it's like that wall membrane of the cell that allows nutrients and stuff to go in and out. Your sarcoplasm is the cytoplasm of a muscle fiber, so just like that jelly stuff. And it's the site of metabolic processes for normal muscle fiber activities. So it's just where everything happens in the cell, pretty much. Sarcoplasmic reticulum is the smooth endoplasmic reticulum in a muscle fiber, and that's where your calcium ions are stored, which are needed for muscle contraction and the actual releasing of the muscle fibers. And myofibrils that's pretty easy to remember. Myofibrils is the organized bundles of myofilaments, and they're cylindrical structures, like it's the actual like fibers of the muscle going down, and it contains myofilaments that are responsible for muscle contraction. Your thick filament, the myosin, is fine protein myofilament composed of bundles of myosin. So yeah, that one's easy. The thick filament and the thin filament was covered in class pretty good. Thick filament is that yellow cord-like structure that launches and attaches itself to the ATP. The myosin. The thin filament is the actin, and actin is the double-stranded contractile protein. It's the binding site for myosin to shorten. So I mean that's what, yeah. Your tropomyosin is your double-stranded regulatory protein, and it covers the active sites on actin, preventing myosin from binding to actin when the muscle fiber is at rest. So myosin just kind of regulates everything, make sure, you know. And connectin is the singular molecule filament of a giant protein, and it plays role in organization of the sarcomere and helps provide passive tension within the sarcomere. And then finally, the one that I really struggled to kind of understand was the nebulin, and it's actually the filament of giant protein, and on this chart it says possibly to regulate the length of the thin filament or the actin. So yeah, that's pretty much it.